Happy Thursday. Welcome to another edition of Popcorn Powerbombs, hosted by yours truly, Big John. Today, we're going to do a review for AEW Dynamite from last night. Very good show. Very good show. Very happy. So, let's get into it. So, Renee is, I don't know where she's at, interviewing Kenny Omega. Almost looks like a hotel room. Maybe it was. But Micah Nakazaka, Kenny's long life friend, was there with him. And basically said, it's put up or shut up tonight. If I don't get this done, no more world title shots for me. And I'd be man enough to shake MJF's hand if he beats me. So, Kenny's working on being laser focused for tonight. And said MJF's not ready for this version of Kenny Omega, so I'm ready for it. Then, first match tonight, we get Tommaso Ciampa versus Chris Jericho. What a fight. What a fight. It's almost like a hardcore match because they are using all types of stuff, and I don't think it was supposed to be. I don't know, but it was very good. Like Jericho's mind you, 54, 55, still performing at a very good level. Tommaso Ciampa's just really good, and he's been really good, and their chemistry's really good. They both, just laid it in. Jericho got busted open when Tommaso Ciampa hit, I forget the name of the move. It's like a double underhook, pick him straight up in the air, and like a flapjack. And he did that to Jericho face first on the steps, so busted Jericho wide open. And then Ciampa put salt in the cut. Oh, that had to be horrible. That had to be horrible. So, back and forth we go, and Tommaso Ciampa ends up putting sand in Jericho's eyes. Why he was in the walls of Jericho, which is crazy. And then he hits his knee and pins Jericho, and then lays him out with a chair, and then busts out like a electric drill, and then everyone comes out to stop him, wrestling security and whatnot. And that would have been really, really brutal. But I don't think they're done. But it was very good. I was very happy with it for sure. Then we get Will Ospreay talking to Renee about the main event, and Will said this is such a huge night for Kenny, and he's wishing him the best. And MJF's a terrific wrestler, but that's not what Kenny has to worry about. Kenny has to worry about all the shenanigans MJF does to win. Cheats, breaks the rules, bend the rules, which is true. It's MJF to a T. So I guess MJF didn't like hearing this, so he shows up and starts talking trash, talking about Will Ospreay's got to beg for compliments from Jon Moxley. And then Will Ospreay says, I know 14-year-old wrestlers in Japan that can beat you. And this back and forth, and then Will Ospreay said, your breath smells like cat something. And that pissed off MJF, so he spit in Will Ospreay's face, and then they start fighting and have to be separated. So that was great. I was all about that. Next, we get Takeshita defending the international title against Kyle Fletcher. former buddies, Don Callis family. What a match. What a match. They beat the crap out of each other. But middle of the match, Takeshita goes for like a forearm to Fletcher while he's against the post, and Fletcher moves. So, of course, he hits the post. So he's working the arm. So while Takeshita's getting offense in, he's selling his arm. So he ends up hitting his Raging Fire, but it took him longer than he wanted to go for the pin cover. And then when he did, Kyle got his foot on the rope. And then they had some good other exchanges back and forth. But then Kyle hits the brain buster on the top turnbuckle, and that looked devastating. Takeshita collapsed. His body just crumbled, and Kyle pinned him clean, 1, 2, 3. So new champ, Kyle Fletcher. If you wonder why he lost the belt so quickly after being Okada for, which was huge, is because Takeshita is going to New Japan for the G1. It's a 2-month tournament, so he's gonna be very busy over there. So there's no way he could defend the belt. Why have the belt that long if you're not defending it? So it made sense. And Kyle Fletcher is great anyway. And Takeshita can get back in the title picture when he comes back. I don't know if I imagine Okada would be in the G1 as well. I mean, he's the best. They say best tournament wrestler ever. So we'll see. But yeah, it was a great match, and Kyle's amazing. Like eventually needs to be in the World Heavyweight title picture again because he's that good. So while they're celebrating that, Don Callis calls out Kevin Knight. He comes in, starts talking, and he's talking trash to his own buddies in the Don Callis family. He talks about he's going to be Kevin 2 belts. So we'll see. And then Andrade comes out. He's so over. He insults them, and then he's like, Don, you lied to me, man. Like, promised me a title shot, you didn't deliver. So it's time for us to go our separate ways. And Don Callis was ticked off about that because Andrade says he wants to take something away from them. So he's going to fight Doyle next week. He beats Doyle, he gets a shot at Mark Davis's championship. So, yeah, that'll be good. I mean, like, I feel like Andrade's going to run through the Don Callis family to build momentum toward going after a World Heavyweight Championship, which I'm fine with. It makes sense. But then Andrade talks some more stuff, and then they chase him. He goes in some room, and they're looking for him, and they can't find him. And then Darby shows up, so they got a big fight. And then Brian Cage picks up the skateboard, and he was gonna attack Darby with it, but then like shocks him, like a little mini like explosion is rigged. Shows Andrade with a huge box with a buns on it, and it's him. And then he's like, "How do you know?" That's so over. I don't know where it came from, but it's great. How do you know? There's gonna be a T-shirt. There has to be a T-shirt with that. So, I feel like we're gonna have Darby and Andrade feuding with the Don Callis family, trying to take gold from them. I'm fine with that for sure. I have no problem with that. My bad, I forgot to say this earlier. There was a segment, the Brawling Birds in a pub beating the heck out of a bunch of guys. So that was funny. What I would love to see them set up, because this will be must see for sure. Brawling Birds get in a program with Divine Dominion, the women's tag champs. That would be 4 powerful women this going at it, and I love to see it, because Bane and Cross are both like a little over 6 foot. Windsor and Hayter are probably around 5'9", 5'10", so not far off. All powerful women. I'd love to see it. So hopefully we'll get a build up for that. Maybe Double or Nothing. Or not, excuse me, All In Wembley. I'd love to see that. So we'll see. We'll see what they do there, because I think it'll just be great. You know, have that tag title feud there. Heck yeah. Especially since the Brawling Birds are both British, so that works out perfectly. Then we get a tag match. Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay versus the Workhorsemen. Workhorsemen are a good tag team. I think they get more love on Ring of Honor. But it wasn't a long match. They got some offense in, but mostly Ospreay and Mox dominated them. They had a cool little spot. Mox hitting the spike pile driver and Will hitting the Styles Clash. And then they end up hitting their new tag team finishing combo, which is pretty cool. Paradigm shift into the Hidden Blade. So they won. It's like couldn't have been more than 5 to 8 minutes, which is fine for what it was. I'm not mad at it. And then we get a promo with Sheeta, and she's very happy to be the new face of TBS. And her promo work is like really good now, because you know when we first saw her, because she's been with AEW since day one, it was harder for her to speak English, so she's doing great. You know, now she cuts very good promos, and she's a heel, so it works out really good. I don't know who she's going to feud with first, but I'm looking forward to it because she's a very good wrestler. So either way you look at it, it's not going to be a bad thing. Then we get the Women's Casino Gauntlet to see who's going to face Tekla at pay-per-view this month, Redemption. And what's so funny is, before the match starts, Tekla comes out to do commentary, and she's got like an alcohol beverage. And she's saying all types of wild stuff. I'm not going to repeat what she's saying during commentary, but yeah, it's insane. And then you got Mercedes sitting up on the lifeguard chair. Oh, that's another thing. The whole setup looked like Bash at the Beach from WCW back in the 90s. So I like that callback. It's a real cool setup. The whole atmosphere for Dynamite was great. Like, there was no fans, like, sitting up higher. Everyone was ground level. It was packed. It was just a beautiful thing. But the first two ladies to start the match was Athena and Maya World. Now, fun fact for those that don't know, Maya World learned under, Athena. So that's really cool. So the teacher versus the student. This was a very good match. All the girls came in, were awesome. Everyone get their spots in. One moment of the match, the Triangle of Madness was beating the crap out of security with weapons, so that was like wild. And Tekla loved every second of it. So last woman to come in the match was Willow. And I didn't know she was healthy and ready to go, so that was cool. So the reception she got was really awesome. She goes in there and kicks tail. She ends up being in a one-on-one situation with Julia Hart. She hits the Dr. Bomb, 1, 2, 3. And then while Willow's celebrating the ring, Tekla attacks her. And then Divine Dominion come out and beat up the Sisters of Sin. And then Mercedes takes out Tekla and Willow with the belt. So she's standing tall. Honestly, I like Tekla a lot. Love Willow. I think Willow's going to win the belt against Tekla at the Redemption pay-per-view. Then you already have an established story between Mercedes and Willow. So I feel like it's going to mean more at Wembley for All in my opinion. So I think it's a better story. It's established. This is the next chapter. So I'm ready for that. I'll love to see that match for sure. So we'll see how it plays out. And then we have this little cool video package. Jungle Jack Perry. Yeah, the rumors were his contract was up and he could do what he wants. Well, this was cool. He's talking about what he's done and where he wants to go. Obviously, he wants to become World Heavyweight Champion. And then it shows him and Luchasaurus in the office with Tony Khan and Jungle Boy Jack Perry to sign a new deal. So that's cool. Jungle Jack Perry's been around since day one. Him and Luchasaurus have AEW. So I'm very happy about that. And I think at some point he's definitely going to be heavyweight champ. Because he's very good. Like, I love that Darby got to hold it for a little bit. So I'm hoping Jack sometime in the near future gets to do the same. Then we get to the main event. MJF versus Kenny Omega for the World Heavyweight title. And if Kenny Omega loses, no more title shots like Hangman. So, Jeopardy. This match was insane. I mean, hard hitting match. Yeah, they took it to the floor. They went up, fought up on the stage. One crazy thing. MJF was on the ropes, on the apron, and Kenny hit him with a V trigger, and MJF, the way he went through the announce table was insane. It looked like he was done. Yeah, that was a crazy spot. And Kenny kept going for the one-winged angel, and MJF would get out numerous ways. Now, we get to the end. Okay? So, Kenny's going for a one-winged angel off the top. MJF reverses it into a poison rana. The way Kenny hit, like, it looked like he impaled himself. I was like, yeah. And then MJF hit the heat seeker. I'm like, oh my gosh. 1, 2, Kenny kicks out. Had to be that close to the 3. And the fans lost their minds. And then MJF acted like he's going to use the belt. So, of course, the referee's dealing with the belt. Busts out the ring. He's going for the punch on Kenny. Will Ospreay said, not today, buddy. Took his ring. Ultimately leads to MJF eating 3 V-trigger knees. 1 winged angel, 1, 2, 3. New champ Kenny Omega. Kenny has been doing this for over 25 years. You know, and the fact that he goes out there still and performs like that is amazing. Now, Jim Cornette will hate on it, but Jim Cornette's a bitter old man. He knows the business. I'm not denying that, but he hates Kenny Omega. And it's a shame because Kenny Omega is this great to me. It is amazing. So I'm very happy for Kenny. But ultimately, brother, you gotta lose to my guy Will Ospreay at Wembley. I don't think Kenny's gonna have a problem with that. I really don't. I think that's gonna be one heck of a match. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to it. But that's gonna be the end of my review for AEW Dynamite. Heck of a show. Very happy. Well done. You know, the worst show I see on AEW, like, you know, for Dynamite, my worst reactions, like, it was okay. They've never flat out completely disappointed me. And they've been around 7 years. So that's beautiful to me. So, I hope you all have a blessed day. I appreciate all your support as my channel has grown. I can't do this without y'all. If you're new, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications because we do put new content out every day. We'll be on later for a live stream, so I hope you can join us and have a good time. Y'all be safe, be blessed. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.